everyone, welcome back to my channel today. Today I wanted to get into, since it's getting a little bit colder and we all know cold and flu season is right around the corner, I wanted to discuss my favorite holistic and natural remedies to just keep your immune system boosted and to fight off any, those pesky infections and flus that come around, and just overall make sure that you're in your top health during this kind of cold season. So all this stuff is natural and I've just got it from my local health food store. I'll put the links in the description about stuff that maybe you can pick up on the website or liked products. And also, quick disclaimer is I'm not a doctor or medical professional. These are just things that I'm very passionate about and find that they work for me when I have cold-like symptoms and just to help boost my immunity. So without further ado, let's get into it. Gotta take a quick sip of San Pellegrino. Love this stuff. Also, I want to say that I won't be explaining the science and mechanisms behind each why one of these kind of works, and it's just more of my personal experience with them and how I use them. So there's definitely good resources, and I'll leave some people down below in the description like Dr. Berg and Thomas DeLauer that goes through more of the mechanisms and scientific processes of why some of these holistic remedies do actually work for our bodies to fight off cold and flu symptoms. The first one I'm going to start off with is good old vitamin C. I take this one in C1000 from the Now brand. I always feel like the Now brand has really good sourced vitamins, because sometimes you want to make sure that where you're getting your products from is a good place, because there's a lot of different, things that they could put in vitamins such as fillers, etc. But I always trust Now with just really good products. So I get vitamin C 1000. This one has a sustained release, and it also has rose hips, which I feel like really helps. And this is vitamin C in the form of ascorbic acid. So I know there's different types of vitamin C's that get absorbed by your body better. I definitely want to research into that more, but I take one of these per day just in my morning vitamin routine, and I feel like it just really helps make me feel awake and kind of gives you that extra vitamin C if you're not getting it from the foods that day. The next thing I always get is vitamin D. Now, as we all know, in the winter, we're outside less, there's less sun, we're getting less of those healthy rays, and one thing that I found out is that vitamin D is actually a hormone. It gets transported into your body, so having good amounts of vitamin D is crucial to just your overall well-being and also boosting your immunity to things. So I take just one of these per day. It's 1000 IUs. It's really hard to overdose in vitamin D. Your body always needs it pretty much, so I think it's always good to just add in one of these, especially with all the viruses and everything going around right now. Yeah, so even in the winter and summer, I take these just to have a good amount of vitamin D and to make sure my body's always getting it, even if it might not be getting it from the sun as much. And then if you're into kind of holistic health and immune boosting, I'm sure you've heard of Sovereign Silver. I've been taking Sovereign Silver for the past decade, and I think it's just such a great all-around product that can help with a lot of things. This is immune boosting. I just do a few drops of it underneath my tongue every day, and I feel like it just rounds out the process of keeping my immunity strong. You can also use it for a topical treatment, like you have a cut or a wound. It helps healing a ton, and this is really just a great product to have for a lot of different reasons. Also, I had strep throat a few months ago and combined this with a few other products I'm going to show you, and it helped tremendously well. It took it away right away, and I just felt like it was doing damage to whatever virus or bacteria was in my throat. And then the next product is my absolute favorite. I love this so much. It's olive leaf extract, and it's great antiviral, it's great antibacterial. It's just such a good product, and it comes in a liquid, and you just squirt it in the back of your mouth. I also used this for my strep throat when I had it, and anytime I just kind of have a tickle back there or feel something that's coming on, I use this. I usually use it twice a day and once a day for maintenance, and I just really think it helps a lot. So it also kind of tastes weird, but I feel like it's a good taste. It tastes healthy, so I feel like when I'm taking it, it's yeah, I'm healthy, let's do this. But yes, I got this from the Now brand. It has 18% oleurophene, which I think is the active ingredient in olive leaf extract. So I really like this brand a lot and feel like it's pure. There's nothing else in it besides olive oil, I think, which is good. So it also is a free radical scavenger, so that'll help with cancer and just holistically everything else. So also, if I have a sore throat and just feel like something's bothering me back there and I want to clear out my sinuses, I do the fire cider. This one is bottled in Maine from a company, I think. And it has apple cider vinegar, oranges, lemons, onions, ginger, horseradish, garlic, turmeric pepper, habanero pepper, and black pepper. Now, it tastes as bad as it sounds, if I'm being honest, but as soon as I take a shot of this, I just feel like cleared. Like, this is just doing its work. Whatever, you know, in my body, it's clearing it out. And you can actually make this type of potion by yourself too, just getting all the ingredients and using like Bragg's apple cider vinegar. I like this brand though just because it's really easy to just pick up at like your local health food store or Fresh Thyme. I get the honey-free one just because I don't really need the added sugar every time I take it. I love honey, don't get me wrong, like it's actually one of the other products I'm going to talk about, but I feel like also the sweetness of the honey makes this flavor seem a little worse than it already is. But I really like this, would highly recommend it if you have chronic sore throats or just anything like that. So then, like I was saying, I do have honey on my list of immune boosting products that I definitely keep on hand during cold and flu season. This one is from a local place near where I live. I really like it because you should actually, if you can, eat honey that is cultivated kind of where you live, because those bees are then taking kind of all the microbes and plants that are already in your ecosystem and that your body is used to. That way, when your body ingests the honey, it's receiving all of those immunity properties that it's kind of already set up to defend and just build off of. You know, let's say I live in Ohio and I'm gonna eat honey from Washington. Like, even though it might be really good honey, it's always the best if you get it locally sourced because it just works better with your body and homeostasis. But of course, it's always good I use the buckwheat honey because I feel like it's awesome for sore throats. Anytime I have a sore throat, I do a spoonful of this, chug it down, and maybe mix it with like chamomile tea, and it's just awesome. So definitely would recommend finding a good honey provider and just very good sourced. And then also, as you guys might know, elderberry is such a great product for immune boosting. I got these dried elderberries just like this from a local health food store, and if you catch up one of my videos, I'm actually gonna make my own elderberry syrup out of these. You can definitely buy great brands of elderberry syrup, and they usually have like apple cider vinegar mixed in with them and stuff like that, but elderberries just has great respiratory and immune boosting properties that I always just take a few. I even have like the gummies, but I ran out. Sometimes those are fun, especially if you have kids, because they taste really good too. So just pop a few in every morning and you'll keep on immune boosting through the day. And then finally, as far as cough drops, because it's always just nice to suck on like a Longinus when you're kind of working throughout your day and if you just want to actively fight something. So my two favorite brands, I threw away the bags, but I have like this big cauldron and all of my cough drops that I just always like pick one every day. So this one is the Sambucus, I think that's how you pronounce it, their brand. They have elderberry ones with zinc mixed in them. It's just a really good thing to always take because zinc is also #1 priority. I don't have the bottle with me, but zinc is something that is very necessary in your body, and you want to make sure to talk to your doctor about what levels of zinc you're having and how much you should take. But definitely, if you want to really step up your immune game, think about taking zinc. Talk to your medical provider, see how much that your body needs and how much it should handle, because it's definitely easy to overdo it on zinc. But I would definitely say zinc is also #1 priority while immune boosting. And then another thing is these cough drops have sovereign silver in them, which is what this is, but this is just cool because it's in a cough drop form, and as you're sucking on it and having it, you're kind of getting that sustained release of it, which is really cool. I think this sovereign silver is 60 parts per million. This one is 10 parts per million. I actually recommend you doing the sovereign silver brand itself. This is the best one because a lot of silver is contaminated, or you're just not super confident on where it's coming from and you don't want to overdose on it. Not like you really can, you'd have to be literally drinking gallons of silver. But just to make sure, I always love this brand. It's the best one in the field for this stuff, and I'm always confident with it that I'm not getting any extra stuff that my body doesn't need. But that's it, guys. Those are all the products that I use routinely to boost my immune system and really rely on when I feel like I'm coming down with a virus or cold. But I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and if you have any just homeopathic remedies or products that you love to use, make sure to comment them down below, and I'd love to discuss like what works for you and different things, because I feel like the world is just full of so many great natural remedies that we can utilize as humans, and sometimes it just takes us to rediscover that to really help us. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.